Well, giving women the tools they need to create a lifestyle of success. Well, that's the idea behind the best-selling book, Relaunch, Spark Your Heart to Ignite Your Life.
Yeah, the author Hilary DeCesare helps women jumpstart their next step to stop living on autopilot. So happy to have her joining us this afternoon because I know a lot of us can feel like that from time to time. Hilary, nice to have you.
So great to be here.
So I know you have helped thousands of women relaunch their businesses or careers. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So when you think about in today's world, it's not so much about a new normal, it's about a new different. And never in the history has there been relaunches happening on such a massive way globally. With pandemics, with war, financial crisis, you've got professional relaunches, and you've got personal relaunches where people are trying to figure out their passions and their pursuits and their purpose. And so what we try to do is help people through these relaunches, through these transitions to transformations.
Okay, so Hilary, your book focuses on a process called 3HQ. What exactly is that?
So when you think about the 60s, 70s, and 80s, it was all about IQ, how intelligent you are, what kind of problem solver are you? And then in the 90s, it became about EQ, your emotional quotient, how emotionally connected are you with others? Today's world is now about something that I've coined the 3HQ, and that's getting out of your head into your heart so you can tap into your higher self.
Well, so many people are guilty of ruminating, getting stuck in their heads, keeping the same thought patterns going on over and over again. And of course, that sets anybody back. Why does that happen, and how can we stop that?
So if you think about, we have 6,250 thoughts a day that go through our heads. And,
I don't think I have that many.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I know this is scientifically proven, by the way, and 85% of those thoughts are hardwired for negativity. It's to keep us safe. It's to keep us, in that familiar zone, because if you go outside of the familiar zone, you might get into a bad place. And so when you think about somebody being potentially stuck, or you think about feeling stagnant without a clear path, it starts to make sense because we do have a tendency to get on a thought and then not be able to get rid of that thought. And that's where you see this constantly staying in that place that's not helping you get to where you ultimately want to go.
Okay, so walk us through the next step in this process.
So the next step of 3HQ is really around your head, right? You got to get out of your head. And for so many of us, that's a lot easier to say than do. And the first step when we really think about getting out of our head is you have to tune in. And it's this process that I coined with this tool. Tuning in means tune into your emotions. Tune into your thoughts, tune into the stories that you're telling yourself, and start thinking about, where did those actually come from? Are they yours, or were they given to you when you were younger by a parent, a teacher, somebody else? And that's really where we have to start to focus. It's getting out of that headspace by tuning in.
So how can viewers, we always have to give people practical advice to be able to take away, how can they put something like this into practice for themselves?
Okay, so great. You already know step one, which is tune into those thoughts. But step two is probably the best part. Step two is when you identify a song, and maybe you both have a song that when you hear it, it lights you up. It changes your mood and it changes your energy. Do you guys have a song that does that for you?
I have quite a few.
I have a
usually
few.
Like fighter songs, like Fighter by Christina Aguilera, or
A Moment Hear Me Roar.
Yes. And oh my gosh, that's mine. So you have it already. Yes, that's mine. I have it up on my wall right now. But here's what I want you to think about. When you have that song playing in your head, it will automatically take you from either a low energy level, like being stuck or being in the shame or blame mode. And as you hear it, as you think about it, you're elevating yourself to a higher level, to a more joyous level. And at that point, Einstein said, You can't solve a problem at the level it was created. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like life isn't where you thought it would be at this point, then we need to elevate you, elevate your energy. You get that song in your head, and then when you start to feel that energy come up, then and only then can you say, what should be my first step to really going after my challenge in life, why I'm feeling stuck. And all you need is one small step to begin the process, and keep tuning in so that you can change your channel by allowing that music to help you elevate your energy.
How interesting.
I feel pumped already.
I know.
Like, let's go.
Hilary, thank you.
Especially the I Am Woman. Come on. I am invincible.
Out of all the songs. It's so good to have you with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Anytime I can help people tune in, it's a great day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, for more information on Hilary's book, you can follow her on Instagram at the Relaunch Co.